So the Hebrew people are living down in Egypt. There was a famine in the land, and they knew that there was a food program in Egypt, so they went down there to get some food, and they kind of got comfortable and stayed for 430 years, and their population grew. 72 people went to Egypt. 2 million people later, 430 years later, and the Pharaoh is shaking in his boots. He's like, who are those people? And what if they join the enemy and fight against me? I'll be a goner. We have to do something about this. So he does what any self-respecting Pharaoh does and enslaves everybody. That didn't work. They're still multiplying. So then he does the next best thing in his brain, and he goes, hey, let's kill all the boy babies. So he calls the two Hebrew midwives, Shiphrah and Puah, and says to them, hey, whenever you watch a Hebrew woman giving birth, if it's a boy, you need to kill it. And if it's a girl, you could let her live. And don't come back here and tell me you didn't do it. So they go back, they have all these boy babies coming out, and the Pharaoh notices, because these two women, they are the last women you're going to ask to kill babies, because what do they do for a living? Bring babies. So Pharaoh notices that there are so many boy babies being born. He calls them back. He goes, why didn't you kill all the boy babies? And they lied. They said, hey, you know, these Hebrew women are so strong and vigorous that we can't even get there in time. They have the babies, and then what are we supposed to do? This poor Pharaoh. But the story revolves around Shiphrah and Puah. So what does their story have to do with us? Well, it's about peer pressure, isn't it? It's about people telling you to do something that God would never tell you to do. How do you stand in front of that? I hope that's something that you think about. And I hope that when you have a situation where peers are trying to make you do something you know you shouldn't do, I hope you turn to God, because He will help you stand strong.